Hi everyone, my name is Mo Saha. I'm an artist, coloring book author, and an avid art journaler. And today I am working with the Grafix Mixed Media Journal. I've been working on this series since January, and I have introduced this little 6x6 mixed media journal before. But just to catch you up, this has got different kinds of inserts in here, such as the 0.010 inch clear duralar, 0.005 inch matte duralar, and the wet media duralar. So it's a sampling of several of the beautiful surfaces that Grafix makes. Today I'm working on the opaque white Durabrite craft plastic. I want to work with acrylic paints. I am also going to be using the incredible white mask Liquid Frisket. It's basically a masking fluid, and the kit, I have taken it out of the kit and I've worked with this product before, so it's not in its original packaging. This is the liquid mask and this is the dipstick. The idea being dipping this into the mask, and then I plan to dilute it a little bit. So this is a little container, plastic container. I want to take out a little bit of the mask in it with the help of this dipstick and then apply it to my surface. And this is the application part. Once it dries and everything, then comes in the painting part, which I intend to do with the acrylic paints. And the last bit is to use this adhesive eraser that came with the Frisket kit to remove the mask, to expose the design underneath or the blank space that I wanted to protect, and all of that. So let's get started. And this is just a regular, pencil, HB pencil. The surface is almost like a paper, but it's not. It's plastic, it's far more durable, and it's just a lot more fun. Before I open it, let me read you, because the direction is on the bottle. If you do not have to wonder about it, it just tells you very clearly. Apply with the incredible nib, which will be our dipstick in this case. Dip nib in water and blot. Dip nib in frisket and flow on lightly. Rinse nib often. Never allow frisket to dry. Do not apply on wet paper. Frisket must dry completely before painting and removing. I'm trying to get out a little bit of this out here. I don't want to keep the bottle of the Frisket open. As you can see, it will dry up. So I'm diluting it slightly, just so it would flow easier. And if I need to add more Frisket, I go in and get more Frisket. Alright, so I have applied the Frisket and now it needs to be dry. As the bottle instructions on the bottle said, I'm going to try to heat dry it just so I can speed up the process. If it starts to smell bad or something bad happens, I'll stop. Okay, so looking at this, looks like it is mostly dry, just not here. So I'm going to try to paint kind of a little away from that because I do not have so much patience. As you can see, I'm applying the acrylic paint with a little bit of a sponge. I can always paint over it, but I wanted to get this textured feel, and the sponge helps me get that. I have used liquid masks with my watercolors, and I just cover up what I need to cover up, and then I just do flat washes on top. I have done so with acrylics as well, but today I'm working on the plastic surface. Most of my experiments have been on paper. So this is quite interesting to see how the opaque Dura-Bright white plastic is holding the color and the texture of the paint, and the texture that's being created in process of pouncing the acrylic paint on. Now I'm going to let this paint dry a little bit before I try to erase the mask. Okay, looks like my paint is dry, so it's safe to erase the masking fluid out. Is the adhesive eraser, Frisket eraser that came with the Frisket kit, and I am starting you can, if you don't have the eraser, you could also just rub with your fingers gently. The Frisket, when it the film layer, the mask layer that comes off, kind of clings to itself, and you end up with a ball kind of like this, so that it's not all over the place. So just a little bit of touch up here and there. I want to now do some detail. Right, that this is one of the loveliest part I like about this Dura-Bright opaque white plastic, is that they don't melt when you hit them. There are no weird smells, nothing. It's just just like paper. I'm using the white Posca pen. If you don't have a white pen, you can always use white paint and use a fine paintbrush to do it. This is just how I'm working, but there are all kinds of options. Alright, so next I wanna do some details. I can't think of adding anything at this moment, so I'm going to leave it at this. So the page would read as the strength of foundation. And let me bring the previous two pages that I did here, so we can have a feel of the continuity of the album. So this was the front. Front is not finished yet, and this is January. I worked front and back, and this is February. So this is March, and this was February. When you line them up, you can see a little bit of what's coming from underneath, and I love that. That just adds so much to a project, as if we are looking through her and seeing everything that's happening. Alright, so this brings me to the end of my page for March. Today's surface was the Durabrite opaque white plastic insert for the 6x6 mixed media journal from Grafix, and I worked with the incredible white mask, which is called the Liquid Frisket, and the Liquid Frisket comes with its own dipstick applicator like I showed before, and comes with its own adhesive eraser to remove the frisket once it's dry and painted over. And the removal of the frisket is not very messy if you do it right. It takes a little bit of practice like anything else. And I worked with acrylic paints, and I worked with paint pen and some just regular permanent ink pen. And that's it. That's my spread for, not my spread, my page for March. And I look forward to seeing you again in April with another page from my Graphics Mixed Media Journal in 6x6. And until then,